Hi, boys and girls. Okay, so we are on day 2 in our plants unit, and we have some new vocabulary, some pretty neat words to learn about. Okay, the first one is nourish. Can you say it with me? Nourish. Nourish means to give good food to keep it healthy. So that's a little person over here I drew, and we need nourishment. We need to nourish our bodies with a good food like broccoli, and that's supposed to be an orange, a banana, tomato. I guess it could be a strawberry. But you get nourishment from good food. I love chips. I know, they're so good. But that doesn't really nourish our bodies, okay? So we need to give our bodies good food, healthy food that give it nourishment. Okay, so one of the things that nourishment means is like the vitamins and nutrients, things that are healthy. Okay, just like our bodies need nourishment, they need we need to nourish them, but also plants. Yeah, so this is us and plants. Yeah. Now, the next word that kind of goes right into the next word, say nutrients. That's a big word. Say nutrients. Now, nutrients, that's an example of vitamins and other important things that living things need to stay healthy. Excuse me. So, we are a living thing. Animals are a living thing. Plants are a living thing. So all living things need vitamins and the things that like food and water, they need nutrients. Yeah. Vitamins and other important things that living things need to stay healthy. Nutrients. Can you say it? Nutrients. That's a big word. Yeah. Hey, do you notice something about nourish and nutrients? About these two words? They both start with what? Nutrients and nourish. They both start with the letter N. Yeah, how funny is that? What sound does N make? You put your tongue up behind your teeth. N, like no. Yeah, that's the N sound. N. Very good. Okay. Now if we clap the syllables of nourish, can you do it? Nourish. 2 syllables in nourish. What about nutrients? Nutrients. Nutrients. 3 syllables. Nutrients. Okay. Next word is roots. Can you say it? Roots. Now, roots are the part of a plant that are underground that hold the plant in place and help it take in water and food from the soil. So I'm going to hold this really close. Okay, now I drew an arrow pointing down here in the brown part. That's the soil or the dirt. And I drew in black the roots. The roots are kind of like the little fingers. Yeah. And the fingers down here, the roots, they soak in and they take all the what? The water and the food. Yeah. Because plants don't have a hand to hold a fork and a spoon, do they? Or hold a cup? No, they don't have that. So they have roots. And the roots are what help the plant to get the food. Because plants need food too and water. Yeah, that's why we water plants or water the grass. That's why we need it to rain so the flowers and the grass and the trees will grow. Because the roots are what go and they drink it and they take it to the plant. And that's how they get the vitamins and the nutrients and all the food through the soil, through the roots. Yeah, it's kind of like their mouths. Their roots are. Yeah, it's so cool. Okay, now what does root start with? That's an R. Can you do that? Good job. Now let's count the syllables. Roots. How many syllables? One. Good. Next one, soil. The soil is just a fancy word for dirt, okay? And the soil is where the nutrients are. And that's what the plant needs to grow. Because we don't take a hamburger out and give it to the grass or a flower, do we? No, we don't do that. We don't give them some French fries to help them grow. Or, you know, he's like, here's a banana. You can eat it, Mr. Grass. No, the grass and the flowers and all the plants, they need the soil, the dirt. That's how they get their nutrients. That's how they get their vitamins and their food and their water. The soil is super, super important. Yeah. So let's say the word soil. Soil. What do you hear at the beginning? What letter is that? S. S. That is an S. S. Sophia's name starts with an S. Good. Soil. Now let's count the beats. Soil. Soil. How many beats? 2. Soil. 2. Okay. Last one. Stem. Stem. Now stem is the long part right here of the plant. It's the part that holds it. It's kind of like its back. Yeah, yeah. The stem is the main part of the plant that grows out from the ground and has leaves and bulbs. Remember, we talked about a bud yesterday at the top, and that's what, it's the leaf that's closed and it opens up. That's the bud. Well, so a stem grows up from the ground and the leaves come off of the stem. Now some also, like a rose, has thorns. They're real prickly, they're real sharp, and they can really hurt. So some stems have thorns too, like the rose. But we know a stem has leaves and then it has flowers and buds. The buds that open to a flower, yeah. So let's look at this. What does it start with? What letter? S. Letter S. Hey, that's just like soil. Soil starts with what? S. Very cool. Okay, now let's count the beats for stem. Count the syllables. Stem. 1 syllable. Stem. Good job. Okay. Well, today as I read the story, listen for those words, and plus I want you to also start thinking about those words, and when you see dirt outside, you say, hey, you know, that's soil. We could say that's soil, Mom, Dad, Grandma, Grandpa. And look, there's a stem. You can say these words, and you can say, oh, look, I can see the roots of that tree, or I can see the roots of that plant. They're growing in the ground when I pull it up. Nourish. You can say to your families, oh, this food is going to nourish my body. They're going to go, what? How did you know that word? They're going to be so impressed. And then nutrients. You can say, oh, this banana is giving me nutrients. And they're going to say, you are so smart. Okay, boys and girls, keep learning, and I will see you later. Bye, guys.